let's talk about the Panthers because it truly doesn't matter how good they are because they don't have their first round pick.
No, right.
And I really tried to keep my bias out of it. I really did. But the Panthers have a really tough schedule.
Oh, okay. Terribly tough.
And they have a decent defense. I don't want to say really good. They have a pretty decent defense. But my thing is, I don't know if I trust that O-line and the run game enough to keep them in it. Like, even though if the defense can keep the scores down low, I don't know how much I trust the pass game and run game to score a ton of points. Okay. So even if you look at PFF, right? Last year in total defensive grade, the Panthers were ranked 23rd. So my thing is, if the defense is supposed to be your strong point, I don't really know how, like, you rank 23rd, right? And on offense, they ranked, 26th. So it's just kind of like a bad team. They lose their best player on offense. They get a young quarterback who I think is going to be awesome. I really like Bryce Young. But you saw DJ Shark went down today.
That's what I was just waiting to bring up here.
And it's a hamstring issue. So those tend to linger even when you come back.
Well, so let's take this opportunity real quick and we'll pivot off this. We'll go back to what you were saying. Just quick tidbit. So yeah, let's take a look here. Well, then who is coming in to replace DJ Chark, right? Okay. Well, Terrace Marshall Jr. is already questionable right now, and he's been dealing with injuries basically his whole career. And then Laviska Shenault behind him. Oh, cool, great. He also has been dealing with injuries his whole career, questionable right now as well. Behind him, Javon Wims. I know that name sticks well with you, right?
Yeah. No.
So do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Like, let's be realistic for a second.
Adam
like we
Thielen
said,
is your wide receiver one.
And this was what we were saying. If you go back about 3 months, what we said about the Panthers was, well, at least Bryce has a solid group of pass catchers and they have experience. Well, now it's like he has two of these guys healthy. And I think about this more and more. How likely is Adam Thielen really to play 17 games? I'd say about a 10% chance. So this is where things get really tough with the Panthers.
So the Panthers were 21st in run block, but 11th in pass blocking. So you hope that their line takes a step forward.
But have you seen them in preseason? That's why I want to bring this up.
I've heard it's really bad, but those are also the backups.
Yes, but like even when they've had a few reps where they have had some starters in, it just looks really rough. And it's like, I know it's going to be obviously figuring out how to, they're starting, it's a whole new quarterback. His height isn't what matters in this case. It's just his mobility, figuring out, blocking around him is going to be a little bit different than what they're used to. You're going to have to figure it out. It's going to be getting used to it. It's a process. But the point of the matter is, it's not going to work with how it looked in preseason because of how big he is. There's extra pressure on you when you're guarding someone like that. For the Saints, for example, Drew really wasn't getting sacked a lot, if ever, because truly there's a lot of pressure. Like, obscure guy, like you can't be letting that guy when they're that small, you can't. Like they're going to get hurt so much quicker.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on this O-line.
There
is. Everyone knows this about Bryce. It's not like it's a secret. It's just
any of these teams I see them playing, I just don't see them moving the ball at will on them.
No, I really none of don't. Them. That's the problem is like you're saying, the offense is not that it's terrible. It's very, very super mid.
Yeah.
And then theme where you have a couple starters on defense that are awesome. And then minus that.
And so here's my thing too. Okay, so they have a couple places they can get wins. They can definitely beat the Texans, right? They can beat the Colts. But here's my thing. Playing the Texans, they're a more like well-rounded team to me. They really are. Like, I like their receivers. I like D'Amico Ryans and what they're going to do for that defense.
Defense is going to be nasty.
It's just like, where do the Panthers get their wins? I have them beating the Colts, and I have them stealing a game versus the Bucs.
No, I mean, honestly, to your point, if Kenyon Green can make a humongous jump this year, true. Honestly, what you said about the Texans is probably true as of right now. I'd say though, minus that, the Texans they're probably pretty close together. But again, similar statuses of how the team is being built at the moment. So it's not like that's to be unexpected per se.
Right.
Yeah, interesting situation with the Panthers for sure. And it's definitely something to monitor for Bears fans.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I've been paying a lot of attention